Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.
Feel the rain on your skin? No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else. No one else. I'm not going to keep going. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Little mamas and Gentiles alike. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Momma Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove the theories that you, the listeners, have at home. It's a motherfucking mini episode.
It's a mini episode, baby.
Let's
That's a good
go.
song, though.
Yeah. Little Natasha Bedingfield.
Yeah. Resist till I
Yeah. She's thicker than you remember.
Really?
Yeah. Big old ass.
No, I didn't even know.
Yep. It was memed quite a bit. I think in the past year or two, people started pointing out that Natasha Bedingfield is very thick.
Oh, God bless her.
Mm-hmm. You know who else thick?
Huh?
Nelly Furtado.
You lying?
Nelly
For real?
Furtado got a dumper on her. Yeah,
Really?
that's right.
Is that I'm Like a Bird?
Yep.
Had no idea. More like a hawk.
Bitch, you built like an ostrich. Look at that big old butt.
Goddamn evil.
You can't fly away with that thing.
Stuck to the ground. We got another email.
We got email and
we got a voicemail.
we got a voicemail. We got a
We're
lot
still
of
getting
emails.
email.
We get a lot of voicemails. We appreciate all that you guys are sending. We're doing our best to frankly juggle all of them. So please, and it's worth saying, I think sometimes we don't get to cover every email and conversation on every episode, and that doesn't mean that we won't eventually get to it, but more importantly, it doesn't mean that we're not appreciative of you taking the time to communicate with us. We read them all, we listen to them all, and we sometimes are very uncomfortable with some of the things you guys say to us.
You're very forward. Yeah.
So
you know.
a lot of you are calling drunk.
That's the funniest. Yo, that is the craziest shit.
A lot of you are getting for real drunk and then calling us, and it's like, all right, man, that's cool, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's I guess that's a fun thing to do when you're drunk.
Yeah.
I think the worry is that it feels like a lot of you are getting drunk alone calling us.
Which I guess that's the only way you would call us. If you were drunk with friends and you called us, that's weird as fuck.
I
Hang
guess
out with
that's
your
true.
friends.
It just feels like some of you sounds like maybe you're drunk alone in a car.
Yeah.
It's just we gotta be careful.
And just because that car is also your bedroom doesn't mean you can call us in it. You gotta chill.
Yeah, man. But keep calling though. Keep calling. Even if you get
keep
drunk
calling.
and you're lonely and you want to talk to your two best internet friends you never met.
It's all welcome over here. We got a voicemail that we were excited about. It's fascinating shit. Let's just play it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Love the show. I got a two-parter. So the first one is just a question. I'm a black dude. I'm 27. I grew up in the suburbs. And I just want to know, what was the Dipset era like? Where were you outside? What were you doing? What does this music mean? What did it feel like? I got into it recently because, fuck it, get into new music and shit. And I just need to know the impact of this on our culture.
Okay, let's pause right there.
Huge.
It was huge for you.
It was huge, period, I think. I will say, though, that I was late. Because as we've discussed before, I was trying to talib kweli my way to heaven. And I was kind of a little bit, you know what I mean? A little like, I wear academics clothing. And then
yeah,
it was just such a beautiful wave that you couldn't, I mean, they're just so charming. They were just so charming.
I couldn't agree with you more. I too was late to the Dipset train, I guess. I remember very distinctly almost getting into a fight at school because there was like a lunch table I was sitting at where everybody was arguing about who the best rapper alive was. And at the time, everybody was like, Cam's like, it's Jay and Cam. Cam might be number one. It depends, like whatever. I was like, nigga, y'all are all wrong. It's Andre 3000. And the way that these motherfuckers wanted to fight me, I like legit upset people. Where they were like, shut the fuck up, Langston. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. I was like, yo, he's so much better. Come on, y'all, listen to this.
Yeah, you played him What a Job.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they ain't trying to hear that shit.
I will also argue that I think at the time they were probably more right than you were.
I will never concede that I think that anybody is a better rapper than Andre. But what I will concede is that it took
Andre
years.
Solo?
Yeah, I think just
the catalog is not big enough, though.
I just don't know that anybody could do what he does, man. He really is so distinct in the way that he even approaches the art form. I love it so much.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell.
But I'll say that more importantly, it took years for me to recognize that rap isn't just limited to like lyricism and sort of like an aesthetic, and that there's a depth and an importance in hip hop to like being able to create energy and a vibe and like truly build these waves like Dipset and Cameron were able to do. And so like I recognize that like a rapper's influence and sort of like the lore that they're able to build around themselves is also their value as an artist.
Right. And I mean, there was just, Andre doesn't have his version of like, Let Me Know. Like, right. You know that video?
There's no anthems. There's no like forever quotables that he's sort of like kicking around.
No, and it's also like, it also feels like with Andre, and maybe this is a testament to his art. You're like, no, you have to listen to the whole song. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's always like, no. Happy Valentine's Day.
February the 14th.
Yeah. Christmas grabs a bitch though. It's fun.
Life changing for me. The Love Below still is in some ways, but I fully understand that like I was maybe living in a little bubble at the time of like, no, it's true artistry, instead of recognizing that like, yeah, but that's not what the culture is asking for. The culture is asking for like a way for us all to see ourselves, and Cameron and Dipset were, I think, closer to that than what he was putting out.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I assume that I hear that there are still rappers like this now, but it was like people were willing, people who had no affiliation to New York City or Harlem.
Yeah.
were willing to die for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just dudes who just dressed like Joel Santana at the Aurora Mall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and then the way that it influenced how we speak, like literally like Dipset, like Pause is the product of some, you know what I mean? A Dipset era ass like movement that continues to this day. It's not like Cameron and Mace will chill out about it. Like they really,
they do it.
They're still in it, baby.
And it was like at that time, Cam, I mean, Paid in Full had just come out. Like he could really do anything.
He was a good actor in that movie.
He was a great actor.
Yeah. I don't think he can do anything else because he was just playing Cameron, but he was fucking great.
He went crazy. It was just like it was a hopeful movement. It was exciting. Everybody was a part of it.
It was a fun time.
Which is weird because I've heard that like, what's his name? Who's the vampire?
Playboy Cardi.
I heard his fans are like that. I mean, I think there's always these rabid fan bases in hip hop that like young men will die for.
Yeah,
and
I think
it was just
Cardi has a truly like fucking sycophant like ass fan base, but I can't do it.
No, I can't be a fan of anything like that anymore.
I've truly tried with Cardi specifically, and I do not get it. And I know that that's just me being old and washed, and I just can't figure it out, man.
It does seem like, I will say this to the Dipset era versus like a Playboy Cardi situation. It does feel like at that point the culture was broader, where it was like more for all ages. It wasn't such a select group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Jay, like Blueprint, like let's say Blueprint, because that's like, that dropped 9/11. We were in high school. Blueprint was like, I was listening to Jay-Z. I was 14. He was what, probably like 30?
Yeah. Jay-Z started old.
Yeah. So it was like, to that credit, those movements were like, and even Cam and Jay, maybe Cam's a little, but those movements, it seemed like they were a lot broader in scope than they are now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, I can't think of another person who dropped like that where it felt like everybody, I don't know, Kendrick Good Kid, Mad City felt like everybody was on board with it, but it doesn't seem like it was that big. So what it felt like to be outside, all encompassing.
Yeah, no, it was really, I think all encompassing is a good word. Even as the contrarian that I was, and it sounds like you were at the time,
unfortunately.
Yeah, you could not avoid it. You could not sort of like wrestle with whatever was in front of us. So yeah, 100%. All encompassing is a great answer.
And at some point you get sick of that guy at the party being like, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's play fucking anthem again.
It sucks because like, it's not like my favorite rapper. Your favorite rapper was Talib at the time. It's not like,
here's the issue. Well, I was just going to say, I don't think it was Talib. I wanted it. I wanted that to be what it was.
You wanted a knit cap with a brim.
But
your
for a second, or just like trying to be like, no, I really love like Water for Chocolate. And not like it's a terrible album, but did I play that more than Get Rich or Die Trying? Hell no.
But that's the thing is like, even if you did, when you go to a party and there's baddies around, nobody wants to hear thick-a-thigh.
Come on.
I tell you the rest when I see you. Peace.
Come on.
That's not it. Go ahead and play Hey Ma, and let's get to business. You know what I mean?
And it's a great song. I'm 18 and live a crazy life. That's what you thought.
Yeah, no way.
It's interesting to hear the idea that somebody's getting on it now, though, and being, you know what I mean?
I can't imagine discovering Dipset right now, but maybe that's cool. Maybe it's just like a perfect type of nostalgia that you can just live in and celebrate.
Yeah, and it's exciting, and they got a Christmas album. They were doing a lot.
Yeah, damn. Well, should we finish this voicemail?
Yeah, let's finish it.
For me, she said that Dr. Umar is a CIA agent running a reverse Ronald Reagan con on Black America. And pretty much that he's not who he says he is. He has not built the Pan-African school. And the nigga's just running around doing whatever he wants, finding women on IG Live. And that's a little bit of his true
So it got
cut off.
Within that, I say it doesn't have to be some reverse Reagan scheme for him to just be running around looking for women on IG Live.
Yeah, I agree.
That's, you know what I mean? I think it could truly just be that and some decent points being made.
Yeah, I think I think he can be a scoundrel without being a CIA operative, and I think the CIA has never spoken to Dr. Umar once.
No.
That's my feeling is they know, frankly, that they can't control whatever that is well enough to empower it to like do their bidding. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not how that works.
And I think that a lot of times with someone who is positioning themselves as like a teacher or whatever, their humanity will take them out more than any government operation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you just, these people will be found to be flawed because they're people.
I also think, not for nothing, there's plenty to critique in Umar, but he does love black people.
100%.
It's not like that dude is like actively working against us. I just think he loves himself and money, obviously, a lot more than anything, and that's a different conversation. But I think at its core, this is a dude who deeply, deeply does care about the things that he claims to represent. He just doesn't care enough to solve problems.
Agreed completely. Yeah. I think a lot of times we try to make it like a this or a that situation. You know what I mean? Oh, he's either for the system or he's against it or whatever. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's just, I think he's just a guy. But I do to your credit, your point, I think he truly loves. I think he deeply cares and all that. I think just fuck with these hoes on IG Live.
And I think there's no world where Dr. Umar goes into the CIA and lets a white man tell him what to do and how to do it. No. Facts.
I don't think that little of him. That, you know what I mean? I don't think that's a nasty thing. That's a nasty thing.
I also think, not for nothing, I think if he were a CIA operative, he'd be bigger. Like Dr. Umar is sort of like locally big, but I don't actually think that he's that big of a name in the global sense. And I think that he'd be closer to like what Candace Owens is, who does feel much more like a intentional plant on the part of like media, certainly. I'm not going to call it CIA because I think that some of that branches in a more complex way than I know how to articulate. But I certainly think that there's a lot of people who are actively attempting to destroy communities that are being uplifted in a way that feels false. Whereas like a Dr. Umar feels truly like he built it all on his own. Mm-hmm. That dude just built a groundswell of people who believed in his school or thought he was really, really funny, even as he's saying this ridiculous shit. And he's a reflection of our own sickness more than he is a bad dude who was planted on us.
Yeah, agreed. So give Dr. Umar some space is what I'm saying. You don't gotta be all that.
Go ahead, back that thing off of Umar, man.
Come on, it ain't gotta be all that.
We are big fans over here. We've said it before. Dr. Umar is always welcome on the podcast. We've attempted to have him on the podcast, and it would have cost us more money than we care to discuss online. But certainly, if we ever come up with that money, Dr. Umar will be here, and you'll know we are rich now.
Yeah. That's probably one of the last 5 episodes.
Yeah. Our use it or lose it clause is going to kick in, and we're really going to go crazy.
Yeah. We got to spend the last of that budget before December 31st. But yeah, man, I don't know. I loved it, Umar. Dipset was crazy. Talib, also just a guy.
Just a guy who apparently acts up on Twitter.
I was a teenager. I was just looking for hope. My dad was 5'8". I didn't know what to do.
I get it. I was with you. I thought that whole backpack era of hip hop was the ultimate salvation to everything. And I was wrong.
Yeah.
I now know I was wrong.
Yeah, that's okay. And
okay.
it's just music. No rapper's gonna save us, bro.
Nah, man. And that's what you figure out, I think, as you get older, is you go, oh, none of these are saviors.
They work in the music industry.
These are adult men who got attention too early in their lives and are really dealing with an odd type of arrested development.
Good beats.
Good beats. Good beats. Killer outfits.
Yeah.
Nice rhymes.
Shout out to the beanie with the brim.
Beanie with the brim, baby.
Did you ever have one? I never actually had one.
No.
It was.
I knew that was a mistake.
It was just, it was just not okay. You know?
There was a lot I didn't know. I knew that one was bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I knew that was a huge mistake. I stayed away from it.
And this might be for another day. I just do want to put this out there and we can think about it. Didn't it seem like at that age, smart people were wearing brown?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? What was that?
I think you think about like what Common and Mos Def were doing, and it was a lot of like earth tones and sort of like knits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
brown.
I think when you didn't have enough money to truly replicate the like crocheted sweaters that Common had on, you're like, well, what is the closest thing? Brown.
Yeah, I just wear this Padres t-shirt.
Yeah, I think I'll just put on, let you know I'm of the earth. I am of the essence.
It's a tone from the ground, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, smart people wear brown.
Yeah, to this day.
You want to tell the people where they can find you? What cool shit
Yeah,
you
man.
got?
Cool Guy Jokes 87, Instagram, patreon.com/David Borey. March 1st, I'll be at the Carco Theater in Renton, Washington. March 14th, I will be at the Comedy Commonwealth in Dayton, Kentucky. And March 15th, I will be at the Comedy Corner Underground in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hell yeah. You can follow me at Langston Kerman on all social media platforms. You can see me March 27th through the 29th in Vermont at the Vermont Comedy Club. And you can send us your own drops, your own conspiracy theories. You could tell us what other colors smart people wear and send it all to mymommapod at gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. You can give us a call at 844-LOW-MOMS. You can rate, you can like, you can subscribe, you can review, you can buy some merch. You can blow us little kisses over the internet and maybe blow us kisses in person someday. And you can go. Bye, bitch.
Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.